Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Color for YouTube, here to review Book 6, Chapter 7 of Benight, Beguile, Ravaged by Rumors. So, the Lord family have a copy of the newspaper. Obviously, it's run by them, the Welshport Globe. They run a publishing house, obviously. And Jacob is pissed. It's like, I'll strangle him. Talking about Baxter Murphy. This shows what I mean by Baxter Murphy is a wild card. Um, a lot of conversation about not just Baxter Murphy, but Sebastian himself. This causes in the newspaper, he says, there's the rumors of did Sebastian shoot his uncle Jacob and poor Christian Evans? Is he the one who murdered Christian Evans? What a headline, right? What an article. And Jacob's like, I can't believe he would print this. And because he told him not to, and he did anyway. And, Celeste is like, well, what are we going to do? I'll take care of Murphy. So it's, Jacob is also yelling at his wife. He goes, you told me Jonathan took care of Sebastian. I think he did. Don't think, no, right? And you have tensions between, obviously, not just now, because you get a conversation with Rebecca and Celeste that Cora overhears, but Cora slips up a bit and mentions Lear. So there's some hefty things going on here that Cora now has overheard what they've said. Totally, she's gonna tell Baxter Murphy some more information, what she's heard here today. And I love the fact that she feels she slipped up so bad, she feels she's caught. That it feels like Cora might be in a bit of a trouble. Cora, because Celeste hints that she was a provider for such details, that Celeste feels it was Cora at first. But it's like, hey, the mole must be smoked out. Somebody's spilling information, and they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna, or at least try to figure it out. I'll say. So I'm trying to make sure I did not miss anything. And obviously, you have I love the tension between Rebecca and Celeste too. Because when Celeste says you done with the car, it's basically like, are you done playing games? It feels like that's that question. Jacob's wife Celeste trusts that nobody. Yeah, she trusts nobody now. She doesn't even trust Jacob really. So she plays the game she's playing. I did not mention the attack on the sailors in the previous review, so I apologize. But I'm glad I didn't, because it brings it up here. How, Philip awakens in the woods, and he's human now, but he's also thinking about the fishermen who will never see the sunrise again. And he's thinking, oh my God, did I do that? Because there's no memory not no memory. He's questioning what he did and didn't do. Those fishermen are dead. They will in here it says they'll never see us. And they never saw the sunrise, and they'll never fucking see a sunrise. He feels like I couldn't have done it. But the blood on him says different. Hey, it's not there for show. You did do it, dude. I sort of wonder, because he's asking himself how many more, he asks himself of the people he killed. How many more people is he gonna kill, or how many people did he kill? He's wondering that in his mind too. And I sort of want, now it doesn't say he is, but I sort of wonder if Philip is contemplating any sort of suicide, because you see sometimes with werewolves, people who get changed into werewolves or wolves, they contemplate such things. They'd rather destroy themselves than hurt other people. Sometimes you get that. I'm not saying that's the situation here. Um, my favorite interaction: Jacob grilling Jacqueline Gray Divinity now. Uh, just just the fact of Jacob being a complete dick to Jacqueline. Really well done. I mean, it's Jacob. Um, and here's the thing: he has every reason. It's like, where are you from? You know, where'd you come from? I don't think they ever actually saw Jacqueline visit Evie in the house. Neither of them. So, at least I don't think they did, if I'm remembering correctly. Um, so Jonathan and her are married. It's official. She is Mrs. Divinity, Mrs. Jacqueline Gray Divinity, and Jacob's just like, I don't give a shit. They're like, no, no, you should not have married this one, because basically it divides the fortune yet again, and that's really something Jacob is always worried about: money. Um, when I say Jacqueline is rolling dice, she's playing with a real dangerous game. Because if she thinks Evie's dangerous for fucking Drake's really fucking dangerous. Jacqueline is playing with fire heavily here, and it ain't good. And you know what happens when you play with fire? You get fucking burned. Um, we'll see. We'll see. That's my favorite interactions chapter. That you get Evie to end this where she sees Jacqueline, because Jonathan and his wife just leave. They're mad at the fight that Celeste and they're mad at Celeste and Jacob, so they just leave. And Evie sees her, and Aaron Hampstead, who's with her, who's Evie's braced herself with Aaron's hands, and she's like, "That's the witch, Jacqueline Gray." She's narrowing her like a fucking. Imagine if like fucking Evie was driving the car and tried to run over fucking Jacqueline. Could you imagine? Aaron's behind the wheel. Imagine she tries to grab the wheel, jerk the wheel. That doesn't happen. But I wondered if it would when I was reading this, because I see the car in the picture. I'm thinking, man, I wonder if Aaron let Evie drive. No, he didn't. Okay, but still, that would have been funny. Um, this is a nice trip down memory lane, because this reminds Evie of her first real trip to Terramore. The drive back up to Terramore, really, because she hasn't been to Terramore. When I say she hasn't gone to Terramore, what I'm trying to say is she hasn't made the trip by car to Terramore in a while. And this trip just feels like it, like her first trip only happened yesterday, but it didn't. And it's a nice little homage and nod to the very first chapter in the very first book of Benight and Beguile. So very, very good. Yeah, really, again, really, really well written. I got all my reviews done now. I am going to do a read along next week, guys, and I didn't get a read along, but go check these out. These are really, really well written, and the characters are really fun. Have a good day.